Welcome to today's session, how to turn your mobile app into smarter AI assistant. My name is Dawid Klempka. I lead the cloud and the mobile area at Ailleron, and I'm pleased to open this webinar. With me today are my colleagues who bring strong expertise in areas we are going to discuss today. So, guys, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michał Walerowski, and I'm responsible for data and AI business solutions. So, how to implement those technologies into existing business processes.
Hello, my name is Paweł Zawiślak, and I'm part of mobile team. And today I will present how AI assistants work in practice.
Thanks, guys. So, together with my colleagues, we would like to show you how we see this evolution, transformation of mobile banks, just beyond traditional interfaces, toward we call future mobile banking. So, this session is not about the theory. This session is about the practice. We are seeing a huge shift in the banking from a static application that serve as digital touchpoints to innovation AI-driven application that assist users on a daily basis and adapt to their context. Now just want to give you a brief information about the Ailleron. So at Ailleron, we work with banks, with financial institutions across the Europe, around the world. And we are not just the software house. We are longer term innovation partner for our customers. So this is very important for us to be a partner and for a long term. And that's what we do. So we have an extensive experience in software delivery, like retail, mobile, and web application. In banks area, corporate systems, but also we are able to deliver you end-to-end solution. But today, we are not going to tell you about everything we delivered. We would like to be focused on the projects, the cross-platform and AI projects we are working on. So this is the slide shows you that the AI assistant is just the beginning. It's the beginning of something is happening right now, a sign of much bigger shift in mobile banking. We see this evolution, and today, let's say, in three phases. Today, AI assistant is first step. We are used to it, but when we're looking forward toward a broader transformation approach, we see that the world of technology is changing. We see a lot of cross-platform solutions that gives you the option to deliver fast with lower cost and with higher quality. So we can prototype those ideas very fast. And so this agility is coming very fast to this technology world. We also see that there's a lot of modules, independent. You can reuse those components, and this gives you this extra value. We call it value-added services. So, and what next? The future of banking isn't just the digital. It's going to be a predictive, seamless, invisible. And one day, maybe it could be mind connected. So this is just a big picture, and the details are going to be explained with my colleagues are going to explain you. So stage is yours, guys. Please go ahead. and everyone, please enjoy the session, and thank you so far.
Okay, so I would like to share with you now some insights connected with AI assistant in mobile application and about evolution of this topic that we observe when it comes to financial institution. What I would like to start with is that AI in banking, it's not nice to have. It's already here, and nearly all banks are already applying AI-related solutions for different processes. Not only AI assistant, but AI assistants are becoming more and more hot topic when it comes to mobile banking application, because customers already want to use automated answers, to have advisors available 24 hours, and don't want to go through different regulations, find different operations within their mobile application, just need assistance. From the other hand, financial institutions are already taking advantage of different optimization and so on. And those statistics that are displayed on the slide are confirming that AI is already here when it comes to mobile application. What is very important, I said that I will tell you a little bit more about evolution when it comes to AI assistants. And this evolution already started from revolution, because 3 years ago, nearly 3 years ago, when ChatGPT gained huge popularity and was available for us, for normal users, everything has changed. Maybe not everything, but a lot has changed when it comes to assistants, chatbots, and so on. Because in the past, we were used to chatbots which were based on rules, and there was many hard issues when it comes to detecting intent of customers and so on. And large language models gives our the power how to detect the intent, how to deal with different questions in more flexible way. And what is important, we as user used to use such solution and get familiar with chat-based solution. However, LLMs are giving huge power when it comes to implementing assistants. But from the other hand, and from our experience when we are building our product, we of course take advantage of large language models, but make some enhancements to align it with banking, with financial sector, and so on. So building mechanism for chunking documents, for extracting sophisticated tables, and be used to eliminate hallucination and be aligned with special language that is used in financial documents. And in the beginning, assistants were used for internal purposes, so supporting customer service and so on, during handling questions and inquiries from customers. But as the topic of today's meeting is assistants in mobile application, I will focus on the next steps. So making those solutions available for end customers. And the first stage that we observe on the market is building question answering chatbots. So solutions which can be made available for existing or new customers, potential customers within mobile application, just answering to questions: how to change a PIN, how to block a card, and how to deal with some popular operations. So providing the answers based on customer request, but keeping the context of conversation. So if customers have a question concerning credit card and asking the next questions, we know that this question is related to credit card, and we don't need to get another information from our customer. This is important. Those processes are quite popular among banks, but they are, I would say, the first stage, because they are not touching sensitive data of customers, and those chatbots are acting like answering questions. Another step is applying some scenarios, because there are, in some more sophisticated elements, there are some scenarios that should be handled by assistants. For example, if we detect that someone is interested in taking cash loan, the chatbot can be configured this way to get relevant information from customer to prepare the offer, to answer to this question. So in this case, mobile assistant is able to serve more sophisticated scenarios. For example, doing some initial offering, doing some triage in more sophisticated process, and are capable to collect and be also active element of our conversation. Of course, in the end, with summarization of those data gathered from customers, and also providing the answers, providing initial offers, or moving such customers to acquire product, for example, by themselves, or using advisor just to finalize the whole process. And also those elements we see that are already quite popular when it comes to existing market. However, we see the demand from users and from financial institutions to move further and building assistants, which are of course answering to customer questions, providing, for example, more sophisticated scenarios that were mentioned when I was describing chatbot solution, but also giving the answers concerning products, transactions of customers, and so on. And of course, we can ask if we want to use LLM, for example, to handle with customer data. Of course, we don't have to do it because we can use generative AI to understand intent for customers, to build template of the answers, but we can communicate it with the agents which are responsible for preparing appropriate data to serve them for customers. As example, we can say that please provide for me my 5 last transaction, my 5 last card transactions. So LLM and Gen AI is responsible for detecting intent, and agent is responsible for providing this information for end customers. So all our sensitive data can be still with our infrastructure and with no communication with large language models. And some of banks are already experimenting, implementing some first initial scenarios when it comes to these elements. And what is next? Because it's not the end, because if we are enabling assistants to provide for us our information, the next steps that we observe is making assistants also transactional. So not only provide for me information, but for example, prepare for me bank transfer for Dawid for 500 zlotys. And in case that agent find out if I already sent some money, transfer some money to David, and if so, prepare for me transfer to confirm by me, confirm the data and authorize this operation. And of course, those assistants can act as chat assistants, but also using voice. And you have also some nice experience when it comes to providing video avatars, which can also serve customers who need some kind of human-like assistance in their processes. So we see that this process, I would say scenarios, sophistication of those scenarios is going more and more complex. And probably in the future, we will have applications, fully conversational applications with traditional interface, but also with an interface which would be fully conversational, and we will do banking on one screen, one initial screen, giving just the commands or asking the questions when it comes to such assistance. Okay, so now I think Paweł will share with some practical insights how to implement such assistance in mobile banking, and of course with some demo elements.
Okay, thank you, Michał, for giving me the floor. In my part, I'm presenting how the AI assistance works. In our case, we prepared an example app where the AI assistance was implemented. So let's start by launching the application. As we can see, the Ailleron banking is an example of an application that could be a product of our company. Naturally, I could use any other application here as long as I have access to the source code. Now we on the main screen. This is central view the user will interact with after opening the application. Here we have a button. In this case, a center part of bottom navigation. it's important to know that this element can be fully customized to suit that needs of your application. We chosen a navigation button for quick access. You decide where you want to implement the AI assistance. We can evoke the chat by button on home screen, in settings, or in another part of the application. By tapping on the button, we open the chat feature. And this is a place where user can start communicating. We can send a message and receive a response just like in a typical chat interface. Most importantly, the user doesn't not need to contact your support. The conversation is managed by AI using your knowledge base, enabling the client to receive accurate answer without consuming your resource. So let's imagine a situation where the client wants to know more about their credit card, and the user who starts the journey with the credit card may have some questions. Normally, and they would contact customer support, but we want to present a new approach. Now let's demonstrate how a conversation works. So, hi, I have an active credit card. Can I activate it in the app? Okay. Okay, great. I would like to set my card's PIN. Where in the app can I do this? Okay, if I have any limits on my credit card, how can I change them? Okay, great. So as we can see, the client received all the necessary information without contacting your customer support team. So now I want to talk more about technical issues. So our AI assistants have some features, some advantages. I think that's really super handy. So we offer a ready-to-use software development kit, which means you can get started immediately. No need to build anything from scratch. That's include in doing your project and go. The integration is truly plug and play. It takes just a few steps to connect, and you are up and running. Save your team weeks or months of development time. The entire module is delivered as an isolated component, and that means it's fully self-contained with no dependencies on your existing infrastructure, and it won't interfere with other parts of your system. It supports complete customization, whatever you need to adopt the text, branding, or features. You have the flexibility to tailor it to your specific needs. And the core is cross-platform, built with Flutter. This ensures a consistent experience across Android, iOS, and the web. You can have solution which looks the same on any platform. And finally, those shall support both cloud and on-premise deployment, giving you the freedom to choose the hosting model that fits your security, compliance, and operational requirements. Now, let's take a closer look at how the AI assistance is integrated into the Android application step by step. So we start with the settings Gradle file, which register the Flutter module. By configuring the Gradle settings here, we allow the Android project to recognize the embedded Flutter code as a part of the overall build. Next, in build Gradle, we link dependencies. Here we add the Flutter module as a dependency to the app build script. Then we move to the Android manifest, where we declare required components. Especially, we define the Flutter activity, which is the enter point for our SDK's UI. Now in main activity, we start Flutter from native. This is where we trigger from the Flutter flow from a button tab, navigation event, or any other native interaction. And finally, in file like AI assistance activity, we configure SDK. This is the layer where we connect the software development kit with the business logic of the host app. For example, settings brand color or text which will be displayed in the AI assistant. And it's all steps we need to do to implement AI assistant into our existing application. That's all from me. David, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Paweł. As I told you at the beginning, it's going to be a practical session, not the theory. So thank you very much, Paweł and Michał. So now let's talk about the benefits. What adding an AI assistant actually means for both customers and for banks. So we'll cover it in both perspectives because the real innovation has to deliver the value across the whole journey, not only on the front end. So this is the important one. So let's take a look the perspective from the customer side. So what they are really expect and what are the benefits from the customers. So that's for sure. They want the immediate answer. They want to be they want to have a fast service. The service should be available 24/7. It's obvious right now. So also easy navigation. Even you can control it by voice. So also the customer, they would like to have a banking in the convenient way, fast, and of course this approach should support all kind of the accessibility, which is a crucial right now. So all these what I mentioned, and our AI assistant helps meet all these things, all these needs. So now let's take a look at the perspective, bank perspective. So from the bank perspective, the benefits are also obvious and clear. So for instance, lower number of calls, call center interactions. So we could use our assistant could help the internal team, and they could get the higher productivity. Of course, these are lower operational costs if you are supported by an agent like AI assistant in that case. Of course, it also gives a strong customer relation and loyalty due to this fast and quick service. So these also gives us the possibility to make our processes in more automatic way. It also saves us the time and cost from the bank perspective. So all these are delivered through our AI assistant. Now we would like to hear your questions. Paweł, Michał, and I am here to answer your question. If you have any, just please go ahead. Feel free. Let's wait a little bit. Patrick. Okay. Hello, Patrick. Thank you for your question. What are the... Okay, Michał is...
So
muted. He's unmuted, so he's going to answer the question. Go ahead, Michał.
I can answer this question. As mentioned, there are two modes. In one mode, we can just have assistance which is not touching any sensitive data, but I think that it's more related to this more transactional and product oriented processes. In such case, we usually build those solutions just to build on the basis of agents. So it means that we take advantage usually of existing services. We can say, for example, display for me my last 5 transaction or my transaction connected with tax payments. So it means that we are just using and assistant Gen AI need to translate customer language to appropriate query in the database, and the query is done by existing services. So we can take advantage of existing services which are acquiring data and are preparing those data to display them. So we can also have all infrastructure, for example, on-prem, and taking advantage of large language model, which can be cloud-based. However, if there is requirement also from customer, we can have also some on-prem large language models. So we can stay with on-prem architecture. So usually this works this way. So applying agents to those more sensitive processes, and what it's important exist very often. Those are existing agents, so existing services.
So Patrick, does it cover your question? If yes, do we have another? Yes, thanks, Patrick. So do we have another questions so far? I'm not see. So let's jump into the next. Oh yeah, we have another one. Is I guess it's something technical one. So Pavel, could you let me check? Oh,
Yes, yes. Our AI systems give possibility to configure the UI. The UI could be connected with brand. So we are able to set the colors, set the text. For example, if we want to change, because we are able to have different kind of communication style, and of course it depends how we set in configuration our SDK, but yeah, our AI assistant is open on to be consistent with the different brands. And it's time. How long? How long? I think that a few days, it's enough to implement it.
there is another one from Piotr.
Yeah, I see a question on the chat. Will AI assistant fill external transfer form with data, or he will also be allowed to send them? Usually, it works this way. That, in my opinion and in my experience, that it should be transfer can be filled, but it always need to be authorized, because when we are talking about Gen AI, always there is some percentage of inconvenience when it comes to the solution. So at this point of time, I think that it's too fast to allow such assistants to make transfer. Rather preparing transfer, which is already saving a lot of time on customer side, and still authorizing those transfer in traditional way, or at least confirming those data by customer by simple yes.
Thank you, Michał. Thank you, Pavel. Okay, thank you, Piotr, for your question. If there are no other questions, let's jump into the final, let's say, slide. So just to summarize what we've been talking today. So the mobile AI assistant is just the beginning, as I mentioned. Is the first step toward the future mobile banking. So we notice it and we follow it, and we would like to advise as much as we can. So the best part of this is that you don't have to rebuild your application. You could implement it as a standalone solution. So our modular service is integrated easily. So you can step by step on your terms. This is what we deliver right now, and next we would like to invite you to next sessions. We will be talking about our campaign notification approach, or also the data and analytics in terms of mobile application. And with that, we reach the end of our presentation session. So I would like to warmly thank you, all of you, for your for your time that you participate in the webinar, and invite you to next webinars. So stay tuned. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed it.